Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about veggies, and I'm so excited to share this story with you guys and kind of where I'm going from here with it. Obviously we're not just going to talk about vegetables. What I'm meaning is I'm just talking about my lifestyle and how I eat. I'm slowly transitioning into a vegan diet right now. I've been vegetarian for almost a year. A little backstory: when I was like 5 or 6, I used to tell my mom that I wanted to become a vegetarian, and she would just laugh at me. We would go to McDonald's and I'd be like, "Mom, order me a cheeseburger without the meat," and she wouldn't do it, but she would just laugh, and I thought that I was literally convinced that I was a vegetarian. But as time kind of progressed, I became vegetarian again back in like 2012. I really barely want to label myself as a vegetarian at that time because the way that I was eating was just gross. I used it as an excuse basically to eat a ton of junk food, and just because it didn't have meat in it, I was doing exactly what I was supposed to do. Wrongo! I was definitely not doing what I was supposed to do. I was eating so unhealthy, and I actually ended up getting really sick, and that was when I realized, okay, maybe that's not what I'm supposed to be doing right now. So I started kind of incorporating chicken and then eventually more red meat, and up until I want to say about 2014 is when I really started to study genetically modified food. What kind of fillers were being put in our meat, what kind of fillers were being put in really all of our food, what processed food was doing to my body, and it kind of scared me. Like, I really went through this time where I was only eating farm-raised meat, and everything was GMO free. Like, I went to Sprouts and I went on this sick binge, and I did not want to put any GMOs in my body. I had just learned about what they were, and I was so passionate about it. I was talking about it to everybody, and then I started studying what farm raised actually meant, and I started realizing that just because it says farm raised and just because it says that no animals are being hurt or cruelty free, it was a lie. Like, I started seeing the actual farm places that these animals stayed in, and it was pretty much the same thing. It was pretty much the same situation for these animals, and I started to feel really bad. I kept eating meat, kind of kept incorporating it into my life, and then last year, 2016, I started my yoga teacher training in August, and I was doing yoga all the time, and I literally felt so drained when I would eat meat. I would feel the way that it made me feel when I was doing yoga, or the way that it made me feel just energetically the whole day, and I didn't like it. It just made me feel so tired, or made me feel so anxious and weak. And somebody said something to me that really clicked, and they were talking about how the animals are anxious, the animals are scared, the animals are feeling these emotions that are then being cooked up and put on your plate, and that energy is being just transferred into your body. And when that kind of clicked for me, I was like, whoa, like, that's so true. Energy follows intention, and if people are intending for these animals to be killed, and these animals know about it, and they're stuck in fear, and they know what's going to happen to them when they go into these places, it was mind-boggling to me. I was just like, wow, like, I'm literally eating that energy, I'm eating that anxiousness, I'm eating that fear, and that's what kind of kept me in a loop for a while. And so I really accidentally started becoming a vegetarian. I stopped eating meat for like a month, and a month in I realized, hey, I haven't eaten meat in a while, maybe I should not eat meat anymore. And so that's where it ended. That's what happened. I stopped eating meat, and it really changed my life. I learned a lot more things that I never would have really known about the animal industry, and it really kind of stuck home with me. I was vegan for like, I want to say a good month or two, just a few months ago, and that was really nice. I kind of lost a lot of weight, so I really started incorporating cheese and stuff back into my life because I hadn't done enough research. I hadn't done enough research as to where I can get that extra protein and what I could do without, because I'm not a supplement person. I'm not somebody who will take supplements. I'm not somebody who will, I barely like having vegan protein, and the only reason that I have it is because I found one that's completely vegan and I really like it. But even then, I'm still kind of sketched out about it because I just don't like putting things that aren't natural into my body now. Like, now I'm so aware of what I put into my body, and for me, that just wasn't something that I wanted. I still don't do supplements, I don't do fillers or anything like that. Maybe as I progress more into veganism, I'm gonna have to start doing things like that. But again, that's just gonna be something that I'm gonna have to figure out a little bit down the road. The reason that I'm transitioning into veganism is because I started to learn about the impact that it had on the environment. You know, you learn about the animals, and it's like, okay, like, sometimes we still have that disconnect. Sometimes we still can't put that this was a living organism that is now on my plate, dead and died and suffered for me. And we don't kind of put that together yet. And granted, I've put it together. I understand all of it. I've seen all of the videos. It's horrifying. It really, really makes you turn your stomach. But for me, I still didn't have that connection until I started learning about what the meat and dairy industry is actually doing to our environment. And that is what changed my mind about everything. Like, when I found out how much we are actually destroying our land for these animals and to kill these animals, and the things that we are doing at such fast rates just so that we can feed these animals, it really just baffled me. And I really got upset, actually, that we are actually destroying a lot of the planet for the meat and dairy industry when we don't need it. We don't have to eat meat, we don't have to eat dairy in order for ourselves to survive and in order for ourselves to have the right nutrients. And it's been proven. I've seen so many videos of YouTubers that are vegan and just show all of these amazing recipes and show all of these amazing facts that you don't really need any of that. And it inspired me. It's inspiring me, and I hope that I can take you guys along with this journey the more that I learn, so that I can show you guys what's really going on. Because when I found out, I was upset, just as you should be too. I mean, this is something that we didn't really get to choose. We were kind of brought up eating meat. We were brought up learning that this food chain is the way of life, that we are higher than another animal because another mammal doesn't have a voice. We think it's weird that other cultures choose different animals to domesticate and to eat, and we don't have that connection with cows. We don't have that connection with chickens. And it's like, why? Who did that? Who said that it was okay for us to eat cows and chickens, but it's not okay for us to eat dogs and cats? Why do we domesticate one and, you know, choose one as our household friends? It's starting to finally click for me, and I'm really excited to take you guys on this journey with me. I'm excited to learn so much more and to share so much more with you guys, because it's something that I'm becoming very passionate about. And the more I know, the better I'm getting at it. And I still incorporate cheese into my life. I really don't eat meat or anything else. But cheese is still something that I'm really trying to let go of. So again, I'm taking you guys on that journey with me, transitioning towards veganism. And one thing that I really decided is that I don't want to be rough on myself. If I'm gonna eat cheese or have a slice of pizza, like, all right, you know, I'm not gonna limit myself. I feel like the minute that I label myself as vegan, that's when everything just kind of changes, and that's when I have to eat a certain way, or I have to do this and I have to do that. And I'm not a type of person that, one, I'm not a type of person that likes to put labels on anything, and two, I'm not a type of person that allows people to really tell me what to do. Like, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do for my body. And I understand, I've seen the way that cheese has kind of been hurting my stomach, and I will eventually let go of that when my time is right. But I'm slowly starting to detach from all of these things, and I feel like that's what you should do. If you're gonna transition into being vegan, maybe try being vegetarian first and slowly taking those steps so that you can be vegan. And you can do it a healthy way. You can do it in a way that your body is gonna love you for it. I feel so much better when I'm eating more plant-based things. When my body is more alkaline, I feel 1,000 times better, and I have so much more energy. And that fear, that anxiety, all of those things that I was putting into my body before are not something that I'm putting into it, and it makes me really happy. And I'm really thankful for all of the videos that I've seen and for everything that's kind of come into my journey and the things that I've exposed myself to, because I've just learned so much. You know, when people pick fun at you and they say, oh, what can vegans eat? You know, you can only eat lettuce, you can only eat ice. Like, I've literally heard it all in transitioning to veganism or vegetarian. Like, I've heard it all. And to me, it's like, yeah, you can joke all you want, but I'm trying to do better for myself. I'm trying to do better for the environment, and that's why I just don't care. Like, I laugh about it with them. I'm like, yeah, that's all I can eat. Yeah, I have 10,000 bananas, and so what? You know what I mean? So what? At least I feel great, and I feel whole in who I am, and I can embrace it. And I feel like if you have the confidence to do that, then it'll take you a long way in this journey, because there are so many times where I could have let other people influence me and be like, oh, you know, maybe I shouldn't be doing this, you know, or getting self-conscious about it and listening to everybody else around me. That's not something that I want to do. And those are layers of myself that I've shed, and I don't want anybody else to tell me what I can and can't put in my body. And if somebody else is gonna pick fun at it because they can't understand it, then that's okay. You know, you just have to send them love and move on, because at the end of the day, if you're doing what feels best for you and your body, then don't feel bad. Don't ever feel bad for that. That's kind of all I wanted to say today. I just kind of wanted to do a little intro as to what it was, where I'm going. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and if you did like this video and you do want to see more things like that, you can go ahead and like and subscribe to my channel. I'll be putting out new videos about veganism and my transition to it, maybe even just like vlogs. I haven't really decided what I want to do with that yet, but I'm excited to keep you guys informed and to let you guys know why I'm doing what I'm doing. I appreciate you so much, and I hope that you guys have a great day or a great night, and thank you guys again so much.